So what is this? Okay, this right here is the HTC Evo 4G Sprint phone. So this thing came out in 2010. It's interesting because it's the first 4G smartphone released in the US. When it came out, it was about $200 and it was pretty ahead of its time. So if we look around, this particular one is very beat up. I got it for free. We've got, of course, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. This is very interesting. It's got a stand, 8 megapixel front camera, or sorry, back camera, front camera, 1.3 megapixel. Now, something that specifically I want to talk about with this one is that we've got two what it looks like charging ports. That is because one is charging and one is HDMI. This can actually output HDMI. So without further ado, let's hook it up to some power, see if it'll boot. I'll probably take a second here. I'm having some trouble actually starting this thing, getting it to run. So we're gonna do the fun part anyway. We're gonna skip right to it and we're gonna tear it down. So this back plate comes right off just like that. We can see the 8 megapixel camera. Here's our battery. Probably shouldn't be sticking the metal object into it, but it works. We've got 4 screws. Seems, actually no, we've got 2 more kind of haphazardly thrown on each side. That screw up there has been ripped. This thing is properly nasty. We'll wait on that last screw there. There we go. Okay, that's probably not supposed to happen. Let's open it up now. I believe that's all the screws. Here's the buttons coming off. Okay, so there we go. We've split it open. Here's chunks of our buttons. Here, let's unscrew that last screw. Let's see what we have. So, I am afraid there's a little cover right there, not letting us see too much. Can't directly point out most of these parts here. It's a little over my head, but we can see our battery connectors, camera, 3.5. Looks like it's pushed out along the back there. Not quite sure why that is. Yeah, let's see if I can maybe pry off our metal shielding here without damaging it too much. I don't think I really can. Looks like, is that ribbon cable? I'm not quite sure. Oh, that's micro SD. Well, there you go. Okay, let me grab a different bit and we're gonna take this board out of the screen. All right, new bit acquired. Let's open this thing up. Continue with the teardown. Any more hidden screws? I don't think so. All right. So we've now got this thing off. You can see a model code on the back. Here's our screen. Looks relatively simple if I were to want to replace it. It's like there's our connector for the front cable. Here is, I think, buttons probably. Not entirely sure. And then there is our screen ribbon cable. All right, pretty interesting. I'm afraid all of the chips and such have casings. so I am not going to be able to tell you too much about those. But there you go. HTC phone, pretty ahead of its time, pretty interesting. I'm going to try to put it back together, see if we can get rid of that issue up here, get it in a little bit better condition. Screws are in, plug in the battery, close it up. It was shedding a little bit, but looks, boom, quite a lot better than it used to. No more pullage along the side. Let's see, come on. Will you finally power on? Ooh, ooh. Let's see, when I apply a little bit of pressure, we have definitely some points of impact to where it has cracked. Look at that. Not sure if that's coming through too well on video. Right, I finally got it working. It's talking about on-screen keyboard, Google location, blah, 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 set up accounts. You could use my locations for sure. Get away, get away. Finish. All right, we'll try to get some HDMI output. Well, I've recorded just a little test video on the HTC now. Put it up on my screen, connected it all up. It's my dog. Just to try it out. You can hear the mic. It's not fantastic.
How you doing? Oh, look at you. Look at you. Oh, hello. Hello, Onyx. So cute. Good dog. Good dog.
All right. Anyway, there you go. The HTC. Thank you very much for watching. We'll put one note in that I can tell why some of its competitors might have won. But all in all, it was pretty ahead of its time, just not entirely polished. But again, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you liked the next video. Yeah, see you next time.